Hey fellow YouTubers, it's been a long time since I've done a video. I know that. Since I got back from deployment about a year ago, it's been a long ride. Excuse me if the video quality is not very good or if it's moving around a lot. I'm using my phone right now to try to record this. Upgrade since the last time I've been on here. It's a Galaxy 3S with an OtterBox on it. Alright guys, these are 3 firearms I own. For when it comes to these two, when you see there an M&P9 and the XDM9, those are only 2 of that brand and this style that I own. I bought them for comparison reasons and just to there's a few features I like about each one of these. This one here, this is not the only one I own. This is a representative, that's it, of the Glock family. This is the handgun I've kind of I've really come to enjoy. I'm going to be doing some more reviews on a couple of the different Glock members that I have owned now that I can still carry. I'm going to start from the left to the right, and I'm going to go over just some things I like about each one that a lot of people don't think about. Right here, this is an M&P9. There are a few really nice things I like about this handgun. Ergonomics. The gun just feels awesome in the hand. I mean, it's has a very sure. It's not very wide on the handle, which I really like. And unlike the Glock, which is the one part about the Glocks I really don't like, are these finger grooves. I don't like that. I like to be able to space my fingers wherever they feel. The mag release is pretty easy to get to. I like the double. The trigger safety that Smith & Wesson's done with it. I really like the serrations. They're nice and aggressive and easy to grab. I like that it comes with night sights stock. I mean, the gun overall is a great thing. Probably the thing I like about the gun, this particular firearm the most, is that it's made in the U.S. Unlike these two. I like that it's made in the U.S. That's a huge plus for me. But it's not a big enough plus to make this my primary weapon that I'm going to carry tactically in any kind of scenario or a concealed carry situation. A few things I don't really like about it, but it's not a showstopper for this firearm, is the slide release. I mean, I've probably put 500-600 rounds to this firearm, and the slide release is still near impossible to use with your finger, with your thumb. You have to power stroke it every time. Another thing that I'm really not a big fan of on this firearm is the way you take it down. When you take it down here inside the mag well, you have to pull off this little device, and you have to do some kind of crazy stuff. It's a pain in the butt compared to these two. Those two guns are a dream to break down. This one, it's a little bit tougher. These two firearms here, the angle of the grip is more of a European style. This is an American style. So when I push the gun out, the sights just don't line up quite right for me. Just because I'm so used to firing these two. This was my very first handgun, so I have put a lot of rounds through it. This, on the other hand, is by far my favorite. But we'll get over these two. Another thing that I'm really going to have to hit on for this thing, and it's a big hit, is within the first 100 rounds, the front night sight went out. I have no clue why. I don't know if it got a small crack in it, and I've got nuclear radiation floating around my place now. No, all jokes aside, though, seriously, after 100 rounds, the front sight went out. I have no clue why. I haven't contacted Smith & Wesson about it. It's not that huge of a deal to me. I planned on getting new night sights for it anyways. Right now, I'm probably just gonna sell it to somebody because the gun just doesn't fit any specific roles for me right now. Second handgun we're gonna go over. This is an XDM9. This gun is extremely nice. There are some quality features about that I do like and some that I don't like. We're gonna start off with the few things that I do like. I like the aggressive grip on the handle. I mean, you get a very sure grip that's not going to come off. Whether it's sweaty, whether you've got some sweat going on in your hands, it's snowing out, you've got gloves on, whatever. Extremely nice. The trigger on this gun is decent. That's one thing I didn't go over about this. The trigger. Don't like the trigger very much. The reset on it is not very sure. It's a definitive click on the reset. But on the take-up, very, very mushy, and it has a very soft break. I know a lot of people like that. I kind of like the Glock's competition trigger. This is what has the stock Glock competition trigger. It's a Glock 34 in the 9mm format. But for this, the trigger, it's decent. It's better than the Smith & Wesson, not as good as the Glock in my book. Guys, this is all opinions too. This is from my own experience. Your mileage may vary. All right. I like that it has an ambidextrous mag release. I understand the Glocks you can switch it around on the new Gen 4s, but I believe you can do the same on the M&P. I'm not positive, but other than the mag release being on each side, I do like that there's a round indicator on top that pops up and you've got around it. You've got the little firing pin that sticks out, so you can when you got the gun sitting in a holster, you can kind of just feel, all right, cool, it is ready to rock and roll. When you're firing down the weapon system, instead of actually having to do a press check, all you can do is go like that. All right, cool, still got it around the chamber, ready to rock and roll. So I do like those two features. That's pretty cool. Here's a love-hate relationship for me, is the really far sticking out there slide lock. Really easy to hit on the way down, but the problem is if you use a high tang grip like I do, sometimes your other thumb, when you're trying to do this with one hand, guys, it's not easy. When I'm filling in this gap right here, so my other hand will be underneath, whatever. Sometimes I end up holding it with my, it ends up getting pushed up, and it doesn't lock to the rear on the last round. So that's a good thing and a bad thing for me. I love how far it sticks out. I hate how it sometimes gets stuck like that. Another huge plus for me is these serrations up here. You be able to press check it from the front and the rear. That's awesome. If you notice, the Glock doesn't have that. Neither does M&P. The M&P 45 has that. That's the only model that does have that. But other than that, this weapon, the sights on it for me are awesome. I like how high they sit. Just really, overall it's a great gun. Mag capacity beats out the Glock and the M&P. I'm talking stock. I know Glock, you can get the little, thing that sticks out a little bit, and it helps you hold an extra 2. And same thing with M&P. They can hold 5 and 6 extra. I understand that. But for the stock handgun, this holds 19 plus 1 in the chamber. That's really awesome, actually. But it does have extremely long grip for that. I'm gonna try to keep this video somewhat short. Things I don't like about it: I don't like that's made in Croatia. I don't like that's not I don't like that's not an American-made gun. I understand it's an American-owned company, but come on, guys, bring the production over here when you're spending top dollar for a handgun. Because out of the 3, this is the most expensive. I know these probably run about the same, but I'm talking like a Glock 17 or a Glock 19. Or any of the other Glocks, the 22, 23, 21, any of that stuff. They are usually anywhere from $100 to $200 cheaper than the XDM series. The XDM series is a very, very expensive series of handguns. I know they're XD match grade, cool, got it. Just for me, it's very expensive to be buying a product that's not even made here in the U.S. But overall, it's a good handgun. I'm going to keep this one. I do enjoy it. I have a lot of magazines for it. I have a couple different holsters for it. Right now I'm running a G code in it. But it's a decent handgun. It's a decent holster. I'll do a whole separate review on that more than likely. But yeah, it's a good handgun. Out of the 3, it is my second favorite. It was my first handgun. I'll probably never lose it. Another thing, real quick, another knock on it. I do not like that it has this safety back here. That is extremely annoying when you're trying to unload it and stuff. I wish it didn't have that. But it does have the same double kind of trigger safety that the Glock has. Now, here's my favorite, guys. This is a Glock 34 Generation 3. The rest of the Glocks I own are Generation 4. I have no issues with them. I've never even had a failure to extract or failure to feed or any of the problems that people have reported with the Glock Generation 4s. The Glock Generation 419 that I'm running right now is concealed carry. Is an awesome handgun. By far my favorite handgun out of any of these. I enjoy the Glock 19 the best. This right here is my second favorite. This is my Glock 34. One thing that I do enjoy about the Glocks, I'm going to go over a few good features. The reputation, first off. Everybody knows the reputation of a Glock handgun. They are the AKs of the handgun world. They will run no matter what. I know there's always exceptions, guys. Please don't leave any stupid comments about well, I had one that, failure to eject or, stovepipe. Okay, guys, all handguns are going to have, malfunctions every now and then, but Glock is, as I said, guys, it's the AK of the handgun world. This thing will run any kind of ammo. It will run it smoothly. It's a very enjoyable firearm to shoot. This has a standard 17+1 in the chamber magazine. Yes, you can get the little magazine extensions, or, which are going to be very legal pretty soon. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of that. You can get the 33-round Glock factory stick mags. I'm not saying I have a bunch of them laying around, but I'm not saying I don't. Okay, so I mean that as far as firepower goes, you can. This has a potential to have quite a bit of firepower sitting in it. I have done, well, the trigger on this, on the Glock competition trigger is awesome. It's very clean, very crisp, very light take up, clean break, very defined reset, which is awesome. I really like the magazine release for this weapon. Out of all these three, this one I like the most. This is the Glock, I think it's the competition or the upgraded extended slide release. The slide release is awesome. The mag release on this one sticks out a little bit too far. The new Glock Gen 4s, it sticks out just a little bit further. It doesn't stick out further like this way, like that way, but it sticks that way. It's a little bit wider, which is awesome. It works extremely well. This one, when I'm concealed carrying it, yes, I do conceal carry this every once in a while, either in my CompTac Minotaur, which is an awesome holster, or when I'm running my tack light on this, I'll toss it in my new Raven concealment holster. I'm trying to do a review over that holster. That holster is unbelievable. But where am I going with this? Okay, yeah, this handgun is by far representative of the Glock family, is by far my favorite handgun produced right now. The price point for military, if you can find the gun shops that do the military and law enforcement specials, $425 before tax. You cannot beat that. Neither one of these handguns can even come close. Even the Smith & Wesson does a military discount, and it still came out to like $525 before tax. So this price point cannot beat. Done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, you might be able to get a high point or a couple other different handguns cheaper, but for the quality of this handgun, it is just unbelievable. The sights on this one has the competition sights, but they're getting switched out pretty soon for either some excess big dots, I haven't decided yet, or just some regular old Trijicon night sights. Let's try to get this under 15 minutes because I know you guys are getting really bored of me talking probably. Just some small things I've done to this one is I've put some grip tape on there so you have the ability to, if you're holding the handgun and say for some reason, hey, I'm going to drop the magazine real quick. There is not one in the chamber. I made sure about that, guys. You can just take my word for it. But, so say you're running the handgun, bang, bang, bang. For some reason, your left arm's down. For some reason, say you got shot. Say, you're holding a kid with it. You just pick your child up with your left arm. You draw your handgun from the concealed carry position, push it out. You're firing with one hand. All of a sudden, there's a malfunction or something. You can just freaking. I'm gonna try to show you this real quick. That grip tape just grips really well on it, and you can rack it back using a pant leg, using whatever. It's just a big plus for me. But yeah, that's just my quick overview. I might do some different videos on handgun choices. You guys are probably going to see some more videos from me in the near future. I am getting out of the military fairly soon, so I've got a little bit more time on my hands. And I do have quite a few weapons I've added to the collection that I'm going to be doing a couple reviews on. But this was just my handgun selection video. Show you guys I'm not just extremely biased towards Glocks. I have bought and purchased and fired and ran many different times these two handguns. Still, this one is the winner. I'm telling you guys, if you're a first-time handgun buyer, or even if you have 100 handguns, you're looking at trying something different, you cannot beat a Glock as far as the quality and just everything. I'm not even talking from a prepper standpoint or whatever. I mean, I'm talking just from any standpoint. The Glock is a great handgun. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it went so long. I wasn't planning on going this long. I know there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now. Try not to get too worried about it, because if you were ready, you already had all the guns that you needed. And if you're smart, you'll sell all of them before the registration happens, if it does. All right, guys, freaking stay ready just in case anything happens. This is U.S. Army Prepper out.